What's up, everybody? Scott and AJ back here with you. Hope everybody's having a good week. Everybody's probably freezing this week, or is about to freeze, because it's even too dang cold here in North Carolina. But what is this, episode 25 or something? So we're still rolling up.
Yeah, 25, 26. We're kind of right in that middle 20
Right,
range. I know it's the second one of the year. We'll leave it at that. The second one of 2025. So,
right.
and we are cold, bro. We are
Oh,
cold.
yeah, it's real
Damn.
cold. I forgot to change my background. Oh well.
There you
So
go.
changing up my office here.
Yeah.
It's getting
Yeah,
there.
but it has been freezing here and in the eastern part of the United States, and we're about to get blasted with some Siberian Arctic
Yeah,
cold or something like that coming down.
just like everybody else.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
helping
everybody's gonna
golf.
be cold. So golf is not good, but we are gonna try to get out to the simulator and do a little simulator golf here on Saturday. Hopefully Scott can join us. I know he's got some husbandly duties he's got to do, but
Yep.
come on, Kindle, let him out. Can he come out to play? Can Scott come out to play, Kindling?
We got a new one by us too, which I think we kind of mentioned
Yeah.
last week, but looking for we might play that one next week. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that'll be good. We can get out there and hit the ball around a little bit, just try to keep the game loose and everything. Hope you guys are all doing your indoor golf stuff. I got my indoor mat here that I do a lot of putting on and it's kind of tough because we've got the girls softball. You were down here last week. You saw we got the net set up
yep.
for the girls to hit their softballs into, and they're down here doing stuff. I got my mat that I hit my putting stuff off of. So we're trying to stay loose with all these sports and keep things going. But it's been pretty cold. It's been not the best weather to be outdoors playing sports. But that's okay because I just keep thinking, hey, I'm saving my money for the spring and the
Yeah,
summer, bro.
more golf in the spring. So in the villages.
Oh,
Yep.
I can't wait, my friend. I
Oh man.
cannot wait. I'm already counting down the days, and it's a long way to go.
Finally got my ticket. So if you're
Yeah,
watching, if you've ever been down to the villages, put your thoughts in the comments. Even if you hate it, we love it.
we
It's
love it.
golfers heaven. We don't care. Drive everywhere on a golf cart. Golf carts are 20,000 plus dollars. Uh, literally.
Yeah,
So
some more, some more.
yeah, houses are nice. I just
It's
love it.
it's just a good laid back atmosphere.
Yeah.
Um,
Blows
so
me is the
fun.
people
And
that live there
and the golf. We go for the golf, and we love the golf down there.
right. Blows me is the people that live there and then they complain about it and hate it. I'm like, then just
Move,
move.
move. Yeah, I'll buy a house. I'll buy your house.
Right. Right. 10
So, but
years.
yeah, no, that's our big trip of the year, man. That's coming up Memorial Day weekend. We always go for 5 or 6 days or something like that. I cannot wait. We're already talking about the courses we're gonna play and the ideas we're gonna do, and we're definitely gonna try to not get arrested with night golf this year. We didn't get arrested, but we got kicked off
And
the
no,
putting green.
no
But
almost flipping or flipping golf carts this year.
yeah, we've had a couple of situations with that. But we'll get when we get closer to May, we'll talk a little bit more about
Yeah.
that. But right
Yeah.
now, let's talk about what's happening in the golf world a little. So
Yeah.
we had the
So big.
Hawaii swings done, and Nick Taylor with a
Yep.
big win in extra holes on the second playoff hole to get the big W. And I was reading something about him. He's 3-0 in playoffs. He's playing
Wow.
pretty good golf. He's from Canada, so this cold weather is good for him. But I mean,
Yeah.
I was in it was in Hawaii and it's beautiful.
Right.
But no,
Oh, yeah. Of course,
it
look
was
great.
the golf course out there at Walleye. It was pretty tough, really, narrow fairways, very flat, but the wind was up pretty good, and he played some good golf, and you can't knock him or anybody else who played. So congratulations to him. So that means Hideki Matsuyama and Nick Taylor are two winners this year. Now they're in La Quinta, California. What a beautiful place La Quinta, California is, and down the San Diego area and everything like
Oh,
that.
man. San
Obviously
Diego
we
is
yeah,
one of
San
my
Diego's
favorite cities.
fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And obviously, all of our thoughts and prayers are going out to all those
Yes.
people in LA and the Palisades fires and everything like that. So we're all thinking about you. And they've unfortunately, with these fires, they are going to be moving the Genesis Open, the one out in Riviera. They
I
haven't
think that's
decided where
what,
they're going to move it yet, but they just announced it today that they're not going to have it there. And I think that's the right thing to do. With all
yeah.
the things going on there, they need to get back to living. You know what I mean? Back to living.
Right.
Golf should be the first thing from
Right.
anybody's mind, I think.
Right. And that's what, February 10th through
Yeah, it's I think it's
something, 16th
I,
or
I
something
want to say it's the week
that
before the
week.
Super Bowl. I think it's the week
Yeah.
before the Super Bowl or something like that. The weekend before that Super Bowl. So, but we wish everybody our thoughts and prayers and guys, stay safe. And support if you can support and help out all the funds that are out there. because we're all human beings, and we need to come together when tragedy strikes.
Just like people did with the
Yeah,
hurricane. It's
yeah,
continue to do so.
yep.
Yeah, another note, golf news, still got TGL going, and what was the second round this week? Tigers team, and they got whooped. It was funny though because
Well,
Kisner hit the flag out of the
Kisner,
sand.
Kisner hit. If anybody hasn't seen this video,
You
you
gotta look it
gotta
up.
watch it. Put it on YouTube. Kevin Kisner hitting out of the sand at TGL, and he hit an absolute laser and finned it out of the sand
Tiger cracked
and,
up.
and hit the flag. And if it didn't hit the flag, it may have taken somebody out in the stands.
Yep.
And then the best part about it was he almost hit the chip in. He
Yeah,
tipped it over the bunker in. He hit the lip.
I didn't see that part.
But yeah, the next shot he almost slipped it in. It was crazy, and he almost chipped it in for a
All
par.
right.
But yeah, it was another drudging of one of the teams, and Tigers team really just didn't play. And I thought Tigers swing looked pretty good. I watched the whole
Yeah.
thing, and it was funny because I had Catherine was down there with me, and she's like, "I don't want to go to bed. This is really really cool." She's like, "That is like the biggest TV screen I've ever seen in my entire life." I'm like,
Oh
"Yeah, it's
yeah.
pretty cool."
And if you haven't seen it, there's a video out there too. I know I sent it to you, but they show I can't remember if it was where we saw it on, but they actually show how they replaced the real grass there
Yep,
for each and how they're growing it outside the complex there, which was pretty
pretty cool,
cool. So
pretty cool.
somehow I don't know, would you Google to look that up? But
Yeah, and,
anyways,
it weighs 1,500 pounds. I think I heard him say.
yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy, crazy.
Um,
But the thing that I thought was really cool about it was, Catherine and Kira, they love watching golf with me, and they'll come down here and we'll put the Masters on and stuff like that. And they don't really watch. They get their iPads and they play their games, and they'll throw the softball, and they really don't watch. They just like to be around and hanging out with me, and I love hanging out with them. This
mhm.
time, like Catherine was actually intrigued with it, and she was
Nice.
amazed at the technology, and she was amazed at how the green moved. And then she was like rooting for players, and I was so excited to
That's
see
awesome.
that. So it's already bringing a different generation in, and they can relate to it because it's all the video cameras, it's the screen. It's really cool thing, and she was definitely really interested in it a lot more than she's been regular golf. So she's like, I can't wait to watch next week with you, Dad, and I'm like, that's fantastic. We're gonna watch it the whole time.
Yeah, no, I like it. And what Rory's team plays this coming week.
He does. Yep, he's playing against the New York team, I think.
Mhm.
I think it's the New York team. So it'll be interesting to see how that one goes. I think no, no, he's not. No, it's Atlanta's playing New York. Rory's playing in 2 weeks, and he's playing against. I think he's
Oh
playing against
yeah, yeah.
Tigers team.
Rory's playing the 27th. So yeah,
Yeah, I
right.
think I
Yeah,
think
my
he's
bad.
playing, and I think he's playing against Tigers team the first round, if I'm not mistaken. So
Right.
that'll be pretty
That'd
cool
be
to see
cool.
those two guys going
No,
at it.
I like it so far. I think it's good for the game, and
Yeah,
it's competitive, but they're also having fun too. Now
and you
both
know what? It's
teams have
also
gotten
on.
whooped.
Yeah, it's also on Monday and Tuesday nights when there's no golf.
Right.
Football's pretty much in the playoffs now, so
They
that's ramping
scheduled
up.
it at a good time to get viewership and get people
Correct.
interested in it.
Yep.
They were smart that way. And Tiger's a good businessman.
Yeah.
But
Very
on another note, I think this is cool too. Live Golf got a
Yeah,
contract
lives in the
with
news.
Fox. So let me pull that article up
Yeah,
quick.
I heard
Uh,
about that today on the way in on Sirius. I got to listen to
yeah,
my PGA, my Taylor Zarzer. A little shout out to Taylor Zarzer on the morning drive and everything like that. And
yeah.
they were talking about how they got it, and I know they're not a fan. A lot of these people are not fans of live golf, and
right,
that's their prerogative. I don't mind it. I think more golf on TV is better for us
right.
as fans, because I enjoy watching the game. I watch what's funny.
Well,
I'll tell you one thing. They did have, if you watch the Corn Ferry Tour, was down at the Ocean Course in Paradise Island down in the Bahamas, and
oh,
I
nice.
played that course. I've played that course before. I
That's
played
right.
when
You
I
played
was in
that
the
at
Bahamas
the
Bowl.
Bahamas Bowl or
The
whatever.
Bahamas Bowl, yep. And
Yeah.
that course is absolutely the most beautiful course I think I've ever played. It is on the ocean. I
Yep.
mean, it's fantastic. It's gorgeous. I didn't think it was a hard course, and the scores showed that it wasn't that difficult of a course, but it was really really cool to watch. Those guys playing the holes that I played, and that I was down there and I was able to say, oh, I remember this, or I remember what I did on this hole and I took this shot. And it was fun. It was fun to watch that. So,
Did
um,
you ever play any in Europe when you were in NFL Europe?
I did not. We didn't have, and at when I was working, in NFL Europe, I just came out of grad school. We really weren't playing a lot. You know what I mean? We are playing a little bit. We played up in Bethpage a couple times, but I really wasn't as competitive with it until you and I got together and we started
Speaking of
working
that,
at
man, I
Elon.
miss NFL Europe.
Yeah, I do too.
That was
I enjoyed it. So I was in Berlin, and where we were kind of our hotel was, we didn't have a lot of golf courses around. So we had one or two around. So I know some of the guys went and played, and we just didn't have a chance to do it. It was only myself and one other athletic trainer that we were able. So we were pretty busy most of the time.
and
But
then
yeah.
you knew one of my other friends that I worked with in college, Scott Gifford.
Yep, Scott
Go
Gift.
get
Yep, Gift. Oh, the Giftster.
But yeah, I
Um,
got the article up
yeah,
here about on what ESPN about it, so I'm not gonna read
yeah.
through it, but
No,
yeah,
but it's I think it's a big deal for Live. I think it's
right.
going to definitely get them more exposure in the United States, which is where they're really struggling. Now, I heard from what I've heard and what I've read is they're doing really good in Australia and
Yep.
Europe and China and
Oh, they
Singapore and all
just
that stuff. So
some other news. I think they just had hired a new CEO or
they
something. I think
did.
Greg
They
Norman's
did.
still going to be involved in the background a little bit,
Yeah.
but
But he's
um,
out from the forefront. They had a new CEO, and this is the first big contract that they did. That's good.
he's been in the
I
sports
think it's
industry
Scott
too.
O'Neill or something like that. Something O'Neill.
Yeah, been with like the Rangers, the
Yeah.
Eagles,
Yep.
some other sports
So
teams.
I think, and I do think that there has to be some sort of something coming together. I don't mind them having two leagues,
Yeah.
almost like an AFL and an
Well,
NFL. You
and
know what I mean? But
yeah, some of it's about money, but ultimately at the end of the day, I also think it's
a lot of it's about money.
a lot of it's about money, but they're also at the end of the day, these guys want to spend more time with their families too.
That the live, yeah, and that's what the live guys say. I think Harold Varner made a great point. He's like, yeah, I took it because it is life-changing money for me. He's like, I
Right.
made $7 million on tour the last like 4 years. He's like, I'm getting five times that they're handing to me to do this. Why would I not do
And
it?
your family's gonna be set. I would do it. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
mean, and
Still getting to play the game
he's
you
playing
love,
less. He's still getting to play. He's playing less, obviously,
probably
but
enjoying it
straight up
more.
about it. But he's spending more family time, and I've known that. Like, I mean, family time, you don't get that time back, and that's
That's
really
why, and to that point, and you know this, it's why you and I both got out of sports,
sure, yeah,
college
it's the biggest
athletics,
reason. Yep,
because and I couldn't imagine working in college athletics now.
a little bit
But
different.
you had to go through it during COVID. I went through it before that, and you and I both had some great experiences,
I did
fortunate
met
experiences,
some great people, learned
right?
so many lessons.
Championships. I mean, I was fortunate to get two national championship rings with women's basketball. You got bowl games, you NFL. We both worked in the NFL, but we also know the demand that it
Yeah,
takes on the family and the time, especially during the holidays. But I don't regret any of it.
no,
I would
not
have
one
to
bit.
find a perfect job to go back to it, but it's not out there, and there's not an 8 to 5 Monday through Friday that's going to pay you well in football or anything like that and sports. But yeah, I don't regret any of it. We wouldn't have met if it wasn't for it, but
Sure.
I don't, um, think we're
Yeah.
doing better now.
I think it was a great experience for where we were in our times of our lives and in our phases of our lives. And I'm happy from I enjoyed every experience that I had with all of it, and it's kind of molded me for who I am now and what I do now, and now I'm able to take those experiences that I had and those good times and bad times. You make a lot of mistakes in athletics. There's no doubt about it. And I made my fair share. Don't get me wrong. But you learn from it. So when I do have a kind of a situation that, like now, I know how to handle it, I think, better than I would have back then. So
Right.
you live and you learn and you move on from it. So,
It's a
um,
learning experience.
yeah,
Speaking of learning experiences, I think you're kind of whooping me in the pick'ems. Should we move on to
yeah,
pick'ems?
you're getting a little bit of a beating right now, my friend. You haven't
Let's.
you haven't learned from watching me pick. So what do we do? What do we got with the picks going up this
Well,
week?
I also had to try to make a leg up on you, so I kind of picked based on trying to beat you, but
Yeah, well,
I did pick the one
you
game.
won the Ohio State. Yep, you won Ohio State. So
So
you were up one on the college.
right, NFL is where you got me.
Yeah, I did. So I was up five. So now I'm up four after the college games. Scott with one there. And then we went to the NFL. We both lost the Chargers.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, Houston played a good game, and I have to give them credit. They came out and
Yeah,
played
it
really good on defense.
scares me a little bit. Obviously, they got the Chiefs, the team I pull for this weekend, which most people hate right now, but
Yep.
the Chiefs. Uh, but yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, their defense played good.
Yep. Ravens. I got the Ravens on that one. So that puts me up five now again. We both picked the Bills. I picked the Commanders. That puts me up 6. We both picked the Vikings. The Rams played
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And then
Those
I picked the Eagles, and you picked the Packers. I'm up
Packers did not
7.
play well.
Scotty, I don't know if you have enough games to come back, bro. I don't know if you have enough to come back.
I don't know if I
I
do
think you may
either,
be
but
dormy. I think you
that's
may be dormy because
that's okay.
there's 5. No, there's 7 games. So we are dormy. So you cannot win. You can only, I think there's only 7 games, right? You got the
Uh,
national championship game. You got 4 playoff games.
I'll
You-
just
Oh, there's 8. There's 8 with the Super Bowl.
I'll just
So we'll see.
we'll start picking golf or something. I'll
There you
just
go.
I'll just beat you on the golf course this year. So.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
There's a
yeah, we
big college
got
game, national championship college
yeah.
game.
I don't know who's busy team and who's
I don't think I'm
it
at the
doesn't really
custodian game.
matter.
Nope.
Um, so we got that, and then we'll go down to NFL, and then we'll pick them.
Yep.
So
So
we
we've got
got
the first game will be the
Texans,
Texans at the Chiefs, and then you got the Commanders at the Lions.
and
You
then
got the Rams at the Bucks.
no,
Yep.
they're
Oh,
not.
I'm sorry, Rams at the Eagles,
Yeah,
and then you got the Ravens at the Bills. That's gonna be a good game. I can't wait for that
yeah,
one.
I think that's why they put that one last.
Yeah.
All right. Um,
I'll pick that one first. You want to pick the college one first?
you're winning, so you pick it.
All right. Well, how about I pick all these? See if we can get a little bit of you coming back
Yeah,
first at all of them. Okay. First game, I'm gonna go with Notre Dame on this one, and here's why I'm going with Notre Dame because I just don't want to see Ohio State win another one. I think my gut is feeling saying that Ohio State's going to win, but I want the Irish to pull it off. I like the independent. I like what they've done this year. They only lost 1 game this year to Northern Illinois, um, and they're playing good ball. And that Penn State game.
man,
They that was a great football game,
I
and
wish that was the national championship game.
yeah, it was a great football game, and I was excited to see it. I think their defense is really good. I think that's going to keep them in the game, and then they're just going to make them play to win. So I got Notre Dame.
Yep. I'm like you. I'm a Will Howard guy because he Kansas State grad, obviously transferred to Ohio State. Obviously had a phenomenal season. Other than really the Oregon game and the Michigan game, and I wish him the best. If he wins it, great. But honestly, I don't want Ohio State to win either. So I'll go Notre Dame.
Wow. Okay, I
Personally,
gave you an opportunity to get one back there.
it's okay. It is what it is.
Yeah. Well,
I just I don't want Ohio State to win. And we've both been in sports, and that was a big game they won. And how's the hype train going to be? Are they going to be? Did they get too up for it? And can they come back down? Or they, it's.
yeah.
I hope it's a good game, but and what is that Monday night? So
Monday night. Yeah,
in
Monday
the
night.
cold, we'll all be sitting watching it. But I just. Yeah, I hope Notre Dame pulls it off, to be honest with you. I
Yeah.
was a Rudy fan back in the day. I'm back to being a Rudy fan. I like their coach.
I
Uh,
do like their coach. I like Marcus Fion. I think he's a really good coach.
yeah,
Seems like a really good guy, players
right.
coach. I like him a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, as much as I would want to pick against you, I just can't. I'll pick this one. Obviously, you know who I'm going to pick. I gotta I gotta stick with the champs till somebody beats them in the playoffs. So I know majority of the country wants the Chiefs to lose, but people hate greatness. People hated Brady. People hated other teams back in the day. Just teams are just good and find ways to win. And it's at Arrowhead. It's tough. It's going to be freaking cold again.
Oh yeah.
Might not be in the Texans' favor because they're not used to playing in the cold like that. But we'll see. Their defense is good, and if they show up better than they did when they played the Chiefs at Arrowhead the first time, it's going to be a really close game. But we'll see. But Chiefs have had some week off. Got basically everybody back. Got their cornerback Watson that's coming back. So we'll see what happens. So
Yeah, I'm gonna pick that team that's gonna beat the Chiefs. So I'm gonna pick the Texans. I'm gonna pick Houston here just because I hope we can get together and watch this game a little bit and you and I can have a little banter with it. So it's always fun
who
to
do
do
you
that.
really think is going to win?
I think the Chiefs are gonna I think the Chiefs are gonna win. There's no doubt. But I'm gonna pick an upset here and go with Houston. So
All right.
next game, Commanders at the Lions. You know who I'm going to pick here. I'm a Commanders fan, so I'm going to go with the Commanders for the huge upset against the Lions. Lions are going to come out flat. Jared Goff's going to throw another 4 interceptions, and the Commanders are going to run away with it,
Like Darnold did
like
the other night.
Darnold did. And Washington's hot right now, and Jaden Daniels is going to have a huge game. They're going to control the clock again, keep that offense off the field, and they're going to win by 20 points. You watch.
I'm going with Lions. Just
Yeah.
do the opposite of you, and
Now ask me again who do I think's
who you
really
think's
going
gonna
to
win?
win. Yeah, yeah.
All right, I guess I
The
got this
Lions are. I
one.
think the Lions are really, really good.
Yep. I'm gonna go with the Rams because I'm not a big Eagles fan. And it was crazy what happened to that lady that got called all those names by the Eagles fan.
Dude,
He
like
got he got what he
there's
called for, even though he
no,
said there's other stuff behind the scenes
there's
that led
no
up to that.
reason for
It
that.
doesn't
No reason.
matter. You got to
I don't
keep your
care if
cool,
you like it
buddy.
or not. Like you can heckle and you can,
How much did we get heckled in college sports and
dude,
we had to keep our cool?
but there's no reason to
Right.
be demeaning to somebody
Especially a
because
lady like that.
they pull for another.
Woman.
I mean, it just it shows the immaturity
Right.
of a lot of, I hate to say it, a lot of our country, and I hate it because, um, I mean, it's just, I mean, I used to go to like the Hurricanes games all the time with my Devils jersey and everything when they were in the playoffs and they would play each other, and we would get heckled out of the building. But I never felt that, I never felt like something was going to happen. I
Mhm.
never felt that, um,
Or as derogatory as that
yeah, it was
was.
very
Yeah.
derogatory to anybody, my friends, myself, my girlfriends at the time. Like when Shelly and I went, I never felt that we were um in danger. And watching that, it's just
Yeah,
this.
I mean, we went to the Hurricanes games here. Hurricanes are having a great season too, and got a great hockey team, hockey
Yeah,
club, and we've been to
and they have a great atmosphere, and
right.
they have
But we
great
didn't
fans and
we haven't
everything's
got
good.
heckled there, and I even went to the game this year and didn't get heckled. It's just not called for. And on granted, it happens with every fan base, but still, it's not uh,
I mean,
uncalled.
they're there to watch a game. They're not there to get.
Right. And like we
Like I
said, who
said,
knows what went on
heckle's fine. Heckle's
off
fine.
camera,
Good
but
banter's fine.
right.
But like demeaning, like disgusting demeaning, there's no reason for
And
that.
like I said, there could have been some other stuff that led up to it off camera, but still, you got to keep your cool.
Yeah, you just don't have to be nasty.
Right.
I'm gonna pick the Rams here also. I don't think the Eagles are as good
Right. Well,
offensive. Now I think Saquon Barkley is great. Something's going on with Jalen Hurts, I think. I think that he's not playing football that I'm used to. I think he's better. I don't know. I don't know. I just think there's
and
something not right with him, I think.
I think
And
if Jordan Love would have played better, I think they probably win that game.
yeah, Jordan left through 4 interceptions and they only lost by 12.
Right. That's what I'm getting at. So,
So I think they're gonna have to feed Saquon Barkley, but that Rams defense is playing well. I didn't think the Rams were gonna beat the Vikings, and they smoked the Vikings.
yeah,
I
they
was
did.
very surprised at
Same.
that. So
Same.
so I think the Rams are gonna go in there, and I think they're gonna win also.
Right. I think a lot of people are picking the Vikings and Lions to
Yep.
match up again, but that didn't
Yeah,
happen. Vikings pulled the typical Vikings, unfortunately.
they did. They did.
This is your pick.
Yeah. Ravens Bills. I think this is the game of the week. I think this is going to come down to whoever has the ball last, and I think Josh Allen at home. I think it's time for him to kind of start getting over that hump. And I think they're going to win this week. I think they're going to win next week. I think they're going to go to the Super Bowl. Um, uh, that's just my thought. But
We'll see.
uh, I think it's going to be a really, really good game. Um, I think it's going to be a barn burner of a game. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fireworks. I'm going to pick the Bills on this one.
I'm gonna actually do the same, even though I need to get some picks up on you. But um, yeah, I don't want the Chiefs to have to play the Ravens again. But granted, both of these teams want to play the Chiefs back. And if they end up playing the Chiefs, if the Chiefs win, then they'll be at Arrowhead, and we beat the Ravens last year, beat the Bills several times in the playoffs. So both teams are going to be wanting to beat the Chiefs. But I'm a Josh Allen fan. Not that I'm not a Lamar fan. I think he's
Yeah.
great, good,
Oh,
a
he's a great player.
good person.
He's the best player I've ever seen in person. Like we played
Well,
Louisville when he was at Louisville
yeah,
when we were with Charlotte, and I was with Charlotte, and he is by far the most gifted athlete that I have ever seen on a football field.
Well,
Ever.
yeah,
That was unbelievable.
one of my former supervisors was the equipment manager at Louisville, and uh, spoken highly of Lamar. So
Yeah.
I got respect for both of
Yeah.
these. I really like Josh Allen too.
Yep.
Ravens have won a Super Bowl, so if the Chiefs don't go, go Bills, I guess. So,
There you go. There you go.
but hopefully Chiefs and the Bills play next week, and of course,
Woo.
who I'll pick.
There
So,
you go.
so we'll see. But that's our picks. We're gonna have to get back to some golf picks or something at some point,
Yeah, we're gonna have to
or we go to college basketball or something.
we'll figure something out, or we just kind of curtail it to next year. We'll figure something out. Maybe we'll just
Yeah,
do golf picks. Maybe we'll go into that when, obviously, when
right,
the bigger tournaments come, the Masters players and things like that. We'll talk a little bit more about those.
right.
But yeah, no, I think this football season's been really fun to watch. I think we've had some really great stories in it.
I
And
think the playoffs played out well too. It was
well, it looked like it was a big dud until Washington and
right.
Tampa played. It
No, I'm talking college football.
Oh, college football.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's always some controversy with it, and you're going to have that
you're
with
never, yeah,
Arizona State and Boise State. They probably don't feel like a lot of people don't feel like they should have got the buys, but I think the four best teams
ended up in the final.
were in when they're in the finals. I really do believe that. So, um, yeah, I think the four
Yeah.
best teams, and
And
Oregon,
neither of our
I think
picks.
Oregon probably just had a really bad day. I thought they
Yeah,
were a pretty good team.
yeah. And
Um,
neither of our picks at the beginning of the year or ended up in it. Georgia and Texas.
no, well, we got to the semis, which is
Yeah,
good, but well, I got the semis,
yeah,
but yeah, no, it was a fun year. It's gonna be interesting to see how they tweak it. I think they're gonna tweak it a little bit. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if they tweak it a little bit and we'll see what happens. But no, it's been a good year of football. I can't believe football year is about almost done. We're about a month
right.
away for
And
it to be finished. So
man, if you're watching this, hit the thumbs up button for us. Give us a
subscribe. Hey,
subscribe.
I've got like one or two more subscribers this past week, so
That's
keep coming,
awesome.
guys. Come on, keep
They
on
must be
coming.
liking our content or something. But anyways, hopefully if you can get out there and play, we know it's freezing cold throughout the country. If you can get out there and play, great. If not, get some virtual golf in, just get some practice, whatever, get some exercise. But hopefully you get some quote New Year's golf in like we did at Grandover. And that was a
Warmer and better days will be
yeah.
coming. We can't get
Check
any
out
much colder. I can tell you that much.
check out the Instagram page for some other content on that. But yeah, we got some good videos there that day. That was a cold day too, but
It
that was
was.
like we talked last week. It was fun though.
That
So
was
we'll
good
see where
time.
the next round is. We don't know yet.
We'll get out there soon. We'll get out
Right,
there.
right. Well, thanks for
All right,
joining us,
guys.
everybody, and hopefully we'll see you again next week.